So, you can pass that picture.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Men's Final.
Kit Kat?
Please welcome on court the officials that will be helping out during today's final. The chair umpire presiding over the match is John Bramlett.
You had Hershey
I'm
later?
I'm chocolate it out.
Hershey. I know I should.
Oh, sure, sure.
All right.
Sir, this is...
And now, please welcome on court our UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Men's Finalists. Firstly, we have the number 1 seeded duo, Stefan Hude and Nicholas Pfeiffer from France. Stefan is currently ranked number 1 in the men's doubles rankings, and Nico is currently ranked number 3. Contending for the doubles masters title, we have Gustavo Fernandez from Argentina and Joaquin Girard from Belgium. Joaquin is currently ranked number 7 in the men's doubles rankings, while Gustavo is ranked number 9 in the doubles rankings. Ude and Pfeiffer sealed their place in today's final by winning all 3 of their matches in the round robin by defeating Mauricio
I
Pome
now
and
have 2 coffees.
Carlos
I'm not gonna get
Santos of
told.
Brazil 6-love, 6-love in the semifinals.
Be bouncing.
Ude is a 4-time doubles masters champion, having won the title in 2007 and again in 2012, 13, 14,
Joaquin.
different partners. Ude is a 2-time Paralympic men's doubles champion, winning in Rio the gold medal with Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer is contesting.
Yeah, we'll give you a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning when appropriate.
Viejo, having finished runner-up in 2013, partnering with Michael Jeremias.
Good.
Ude was on the other side of the net. Fernandez and Girard reached the final by also winning all their round-robin matches and by defeating Alfie Hewitt and David Phillipson from Great Britain 6-2, 6-4 in the semifinals. Fernandez is contesting his first doubles masters final, and Girard is contesting his 3rd successive doubles masters final, having won the title in 2014 and finished runner-up in 2015, partnering with Stefan Hude. We hope you all enjoy watching our finalists in action and wish both doubles players the best of luck.
That's right. They played against each or with each other. Ude and Girard in this one in 2014 and 15, right? Ude and Girard were teammates.
Let's go through the interviews for this match.
Okay.
Brad Parks, founder of Wheelchair Doubles. Martin Corey, he is the chair of the ITF Wheelchair Tennis Committee. So he's the chief volunteer for Wheelchair Tennis.
Chief volunteer. Okay.
Chris Dent is Jackie's boss.
Gotcha.
That was with us. So
Yes.
Chris Dent is
Yeah.
an important name.
And he is from England?
UK, yeah.
Okay.
So Martin and Chris are from the UK.
Okay.
Brad is from Southern
Right.
California.
Right. Started in 76-ish.
76-ish, 76. I mean, Brad might have actually started playing and rehab in Utah. That's where he had his accident skiing.
Skiing accent, right. Okay.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. He's got the white hat on. And Gustavo is in the sort of cream-colored T-shirt.
The sherbet green.
He's got the arm. He's got the armband or the arm sleeve on. That's Hernandez.
Fernandez.
Well, Fernandez. Wow. Gustavo Fernandez. You all good with that? We're about 3 minutes or so away from starting. Yeah, 3 minutes from coming up. We'll let you know. Chocolate and Coke, nothing better.
So you're going to be fat, happy, and buzzed. I don't see the downside.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay, good point. And it's all legal.
Hey, Laura, have you seen Jason? Is he on the other side? If you see him, can you send him my direction? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Julia, are you leaving? You're leaving? We didn't have it last year where we had players about to play come and interview us, right?
No, that was good.
Diana asked me if it's possible to do the fight.
Really? Oh.
What's the website? Wheelchair tennis.
WheelchairDoublesMasters.com, or is it the ITF site?
Oh,
the one we're referring to is
Wheelchair doubles mass.
WheelchairDoublesMasters.com.
.com.
You guys say you need anything?
You're like an 18-year-old Scotch. I don't want to blow your budget, so I figured 18 years old. Wendy.
Oh, I didn't hear. I heard you say.
Minutes.
You say 3 minutes?
3, yeah. Yep.
You doing okay?
Yeah. If you're okay, I'm okay.
You need to up your standards a little bit.
That's true.
This has the potential to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
To you what?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
The level of tennis that
Oh,
the
yeah.
tennis of the doubles masters hasn't seen.
What's the official name of this? Mission Viejo.
Marguerite Tennis Pavilion.
That's it, yeah.
Marguerite Tennis Pavilion in the city of Mission Viejo. Please get that.
Dan doesn't even live here, and he's
I've probably been here more than you.
probably.
This site.
Probably. It's a good point.
2 times a year for 10 years?
Probably. My nephew's about to play in the finals of their doubles.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they made it to doubles. Yeah.
Remind me of what I used to not be able to. Is it possible to go to your has-been glory years? Like you were a has-been before the glory years?
If you recorded it.
Every time the next 30 seconds.
Okay, whenever you're ready, we're good. At the championship court, UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Men's Final. Warm-ups taking place before this could be historic match, Dan James, between these two pairs of championship caliber and medal-winning finalists here.
Yeah, we have an amazing foursome in our doubles masters final today. We have Nico Pfeiffer and Stefan Houdet, who you're looking at right now. They are the gold medalists from Rio at the Paralympics in the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. There you see Joe Girard from Belgium, whose serve has been clocked at 115 miles an hour. And so incredible athleticism. There you see Gustavo Fernandez, one of the most fit players. Nico Pfeiffer from France on the other side, one of the gold medalists. Absolutely fantastic athletes. And we have the expectation for a very exciting final tonight.
Yeah, Pfeiffer and Houdet, the #1 team, the #1 doubles team, ranked. They've played together. They won Rio gold. We got a chance to speak to Stefan Houdet during the women's match, which was great insight to talk to Stefan Houdet and really hear from him what his preparations are. Talks about how much he's just enjoying it, and now it's up to Nico Pfeiffer to kind of energize him.
Well, it's a very interesting case study because we had Gustavo Fernandez to our right side on the court with us and talked about training, and he has a breakfast regimen, and he does all these things each day before he plays his match. And then we brought in Stefan Houdet from France, and Stefan said, I really am here for the pleasure of playing tennis. And so you have two totally different mindsets and styles, both of which are Grand Slam champion level. And so it's really exciting.
There's Stefan Houdet, 45 years old. We take a look at the chair that he is in, too. We talked about the type of chair that Stefan Houdet is in. He's almost standing up with the design of the chair that he is in.
Well, they took a look at the technology, Gordon, and said, hey, how can we simulate the kinetic chain of an able-bodied tennis player? And you see him kneeling. He's almost standing up in a seated position. And that gives him strength and torque and rotation that the other players don't have.
So Joe Girard out of Belgium and Gustavo Fernandez out of Argentina, chair umpire. Just giving all the rest of the ground rules. It's a best of 3 sets. And we've already seen the quads go 3 sets, the women's go 3 sets. We've seen some amazing tennis here in this final day of the UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters.
Well, the people of the city of Mission Viejo have been treated to phenomenal tennis today. Just 3-set matches, highly contested, well played, and we expect nothing less here in the men's final. Joe Girard, the best server in the world, will start us off for the men's final.
That worked out. They do a coin toss before. And here we go. That one wide. Great crowd. A lot of buzz around this finals match. Oh, just into the net. Girard hits it into the net. Love 15 to start.
And for the tennis enthusiasts who are jumping into our broadcast, wheelchair doubles is much longer in point production than wheelchair singles. Because of the height, because they can cover so much more court, you see really long points in wheelchair doubles as we watch Girard hit an amazing ace.
15 all.
So 15 all to begin. Stefan Houdet is over at his tennis bag right now. He's not sure what he might be digging out of there. Interesting.
It does have, the players carry 4 or 5 rackets, and he may have grabbed the wrong one on a changeover here.
Yeah, and he was over at his bag while they were serving. And Girard again into the net, 15-30. Also, Girard and Houdet used to be a championship pair. They won it here in 2014 and then runners-up 2015. So now they're on opposite sides of the net.
And that often happens on the tour, that you do not play with the same person throughout the years. It's very rare. Taylor and Wagner in the quad division have been playing together since 2004.
Yeah,
so
the
that
exception.
is easily the longest running pair ever.
Good stretch by Houdet, but just out.
30 all.
30 all in game 1, first set. Second serve by Girard. A bronze in Rio. Oh, Day, what a cross shot at the net to win the point. What a point.
Well, and the exciting thing about wheelchair doubles is to watch the movement of all four players. You see Houdet coming forward, Gerard and Fernandez moving backwards. A great stretch, but Houdet is there, too strong with the sharp angle cross court.
Deuce.
And it's deuce. This could be a sign of what we see this entire match. We're at deuce here in the first game of the first set.
Advantage Gerard.
An advantage to Gerard. Fernandez.
Gerard and Fernandez are going to look to pick on Nico Pfeiffer. Stefan Houdet being one of the best doubles players in the world. But Nico is so talented. If he plays well, they're tough to beat.
Oh, we've seen a couple of those. Gerard has had an opportunity, but he's gone into the net in this first game. Just wide.
Advantage Gerard.
Stefan Houdet hits a very heavy ball, an incredible amount of topspin. And it looks like he's not hitting as hard as the other players, but he's actually swinging just as fast, and the ball's jumping back towards the fence every time he hits it.
Deuce.
And the battle continues back to deuce. And double fault. So advantage Houdet Pfeiffer. They've had a long run together.
Nico Pfeiffer has been around since he was about 10 years old. We saw him at an international junior camp in the Netherlands, and we've watched him develop into what I think is potentially the player with the most potential in the world. Physically gifted.
Yeah, you can see the strong frame on him. Oh, they get turned around. Well, Pfeiffer just maybe spinning the wrong way. Houdet thought maybe he was there.
I think they both thought the other one was there.
Yeah.
And they were both wrong. You can see a nice cross-court ball by Gustavo Fernandez. Pfeiffer takes the ball down the line, and he's just going to lift the ball up. Stefan thinks maybe it'll go long, and sneaks right in.
So back to deuce here. Nice get by Houdet, just wide.
Advantage Gerard.
So back to another advantage for Gerard.
Joe needs a first serve here. Just get into this first set, win the first game.
Saw him frustrated a little bit, missing another first serve.
So
And the
instead,
ace to win it.
yeah. So instead, he comes forward with a second
Yeah.
serve ace. That's pretty good.
So 1-0, switch sides. Gerard and Fernandez. So we saw, I think that they went to deuce 3 times in that first game. And it was a battle, it was back and forth, and they kept, no one wanted to give it up. We saw a little bit of everything, though.
Well, and the great thing about this match is athletically, all four players can do anything. They can move forward. They can hit lobs. They can hit drives. They can volley. We're going to see a complete match from all four players.
Just long.
15.
As we talk about past partnerships, interestingly, I believe Nico Pfeiffer and Gustavo Fernandez teamed together to win Wimbledon.
Oh, what a nice cross court by Pfeiffer,
15 all.
sending Gerard toward the fence. Couldn't dig it out.
Sent him also towards that official who recovered quite nicely
Yeah.
as Joe helped her out.
Roy's here. He'll do an interview if you like. Is that okay? Yeah, whenever. Just have one.
15-30.
15-30. Oh, just off the wrong part of the net there
15-40.
on the backhand. 15-40 now.
Well, and this is something that Nico Pfeiffer adds into the mix, is that he can take a couple games off and make some loose, unforced errors. And that's what Gerard and Fernandez are banking on in this match as they try to attack him.
What a get, just short by Fernandez.
30-40.
As here you see a good image of Gustavo Fernandez and how the face of wheelchair tennis has changed. The athletic ability and the training it takes to play at this level.
Game. Fernandez. Gerard.
Fernandez Gerard with the game.
Gerard lead 2 games to love.
2 games to love in the first set.
Very important for Stefan Houdet to again, play the leader role on the doubles team of Pfeiffer and Houdet, to settle Nico down, get them into the shot patterns and the strategy that they want to play against Gerard and Fernandez.
All. 30 low.
Second serve for Gustavo Fernandez.
Thirty 15.
30-15 now. Houdet. Nice shot there. Oh, up and over. Pfeiffer puts it away.
What a great point again.
Wow, another
Very
good point.
athletic ability. Well, very, very honored to have a guest here as we watch Pfeiffer hit an excessive topspin forehand down the middle, and then a nice crisp volley. Gerard just barely gets it, and the power overhead smash from Pfeiffer. Great tennis. We are absolutely honored and thrilled to be joined in the booth today by what is iconically a tennis legend, Mr. Roy Emerson.
Absolutely.
12 singles Grand Slam titles, 16 doubles Grand Slam titles, and happens to live in Southern California.
That's correct.
And
yes.
so, Mr. Emerson, Roy, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. It's quite incredible watching wheelchair tennis.
Yeah, how much time have you spent able to watch these amazing athletes?
Well, we came. Jason invited us here couple of years ago, and it was just the first time actually I'd witnessed it for any length of time. I mean, tennis is a tough enough game, you know, without playing it in a wheelchair. And these guys are all playing the modern game with a lot of topspin.
Well, and you talk about the modern game, and years ago, wheelchair tennis was played from behind the baseline. And as you watch these athletes play today, all 4 players come in, come out, and it's very similar to the modern game.
Well, they're coming to the net more than the players are in today's tennis.
I think you're right.
So when I see Federer and Djokovic, I'm going to tell them, I've been watching the wheelchair tournaments, and they come to the net more than you guys. So what are you doing?
You got some advice.
I like that challenge. I like that challenge. Roy, I mean, an illustrious career of your own, and you and your wife have continually supported this event, which we're so thankful for. What would you like to see wheelchair tennis do in the professional world of tennis?
Well, I think it's pretty much in most of the tournaments now, but which is great. You know, there's certainly a place for it, and also they're now being inducted into the Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island.
Which we should say that you are also a member of the Hall of Fame, and
Correct.
quite rightfully so.
And that's great that that's now included in Newport, Rhode Island, because it's well deserved, and that shows that wheelchair tennis has come a long, long way.
Well, and my mentor was Brad Parks, the founder of wheelchair tennis, and who was in the Hall of Fame. But as you look at the stroke production in the modern game and as how it's evolved, as a professional player yourself, what do you think of the inverted topspin backhand?
Well, yeah, topspin's a great shot to have, but you know, I grew up in when the game was not so much topspin, and when you'd enter a tournament in the Grand Slams of 128 women and men players in each event, you could count on your left hand how many used 2 hands on the backhand side. Now it's the reverse.
Right.
In the men and the women, pretty much everyone uses 2 hands on the backhand, and both men and women, and that's really changed. And the game's mainly played around the baseline because the equipment is so fast now. They hit the ball so hard, and mainly because they're staying on the baseline as they start. Everybody's so young nowadays, and for them to compete, pretty much they're starting before they're even potty trained. And
It's absolutely true.
And they can't cover the court coming to the net, and particularly, you know, with they start the kids off with a softer ball, you know, which is doesn't travel as fast. But the only thing I don't like about the modern game is that there's not enough play at the front, up near the net, and that's another part of the game that's very important, you know. And even in doubles, they stay back.
They do. Well, we're seeing, especially South American teams.
Yes.
And we see the same thing in wheelchair tennis as well. I think they are mirrored images. And so we would love to see a lot more play beyond the baseline, but into the service line. And some transitions that really improve the vertical movement in tennis.
Well, I'm so surprised that they all use a lot of topspin because it's not easy to control, you know, and you've got to start young
Roy.
to do it.
Yeah. Roy Emerson joining us, of course, legendary in tennis, 12 singles, Grand Slam titles, 16 doubles. Roy, what is the moment in your career? What is there a standout, or do you have too many to remember?
No, not too many, definitely not. No, our desire was, in the amateur days, was to win Wimbledon. And that's number one, and I was able to achieve that, and also my own country's Australian Championship. But what was very important to us was Davis Cup and playing Davis Cup for your country.
Absolutely.
That was a huge honor to represent your country. So they're the main ones.
Well, and I think it's very interesting because in the development of wheelchair tennis, we're in the same place. World Team Cup, Paralympics are actually the most prestigious, with the Grand Slams coming up.
3-1 now. We should update you here. I'm just very excited to be talking to Roy Emerson, a legend in tennis. But finally on the board is Houdet and Pfeiffer.
As you watch a lot of the doubles in wheelchair tennis, the players that are coming to the net are actually using touch, angles, and they're not just trying to hit hard. And I see that in the pro game, that isn't happening as much anymore. Everyone's trying to blast through. How important is it for a player to be able to control the ball both vertically and horizontally?
Well, you know, a lot of finesse has gone out of the game, mainly because of the equipment. And it's an excellent shot to have in your repertoire, you know, as an angle shot or a drop volley. And it's great that they're using it in the wheelchair because obviously, even though it's a 2-bounce rule, it's difficult to get up in a wheelchair and get that short ball.
Absolutely. Well, Roy, we just want to thank you for joining us tonight. And what an honor to have you in the booth with us. Enjoy the tennis, and
Thank you very
thank you
much.
so much for your time.
Well, just looking at these guys, they've all got better serves than I ever had.
You couldn't out-hit them. What do you think? Get out there again with them?
Thanks so
No,
much,
it's
Roy.
we're happy to be here
Yeah,
and enjoying
thanks.
it.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks.
you everything for
Bye-bye.
everything and everything you did for the game too. Thank you, sir.
40 love.
Wow, what an honor to have such a legend here and talking about the game and just his insights on things, how it's changed, and just observing wheelchair tennis, which obviously wasn't thought of when he was commanding the game back then.
Exactly. And listen, when you look at Mr. Emerson's career and the positive comments he has for the tennis, and looking at Joe Girard serving, you just said all four of these guys' serve is bigger than mine was.
Yeah.
And Joe Girard just closed out his service game, hitting bombs, pushing the Frenchman back, and you know he has insight to the game of tennis and experience that is next to none.
And obviously he's very involved and still following it. And he's here tonight here in Mission Viejo watching a good doubles match. 4-1 now, Girard and Fernandez.
And as this match unfolds, and you have Fernandez and Girard, they're on the attack. In the Frenchman of the combination of Pfeiffer and Houdet, Houdet has to transition forward. He has to be that presence. The game they won, he had 2 or 3 volley winners. And that's how they need to pressure Fernandez and Girard in order to win.
So here we go. Game 6 in the first set. Houdet to serve. And that one long.
Love 15.
So 15 all now.
There you see Stefan Houdet making that transition inside of the blue of the court. And I believe with a 4-1 start, they're down 4-1. Stefan is looking to take over this match right now, to take over and send a message to his opponents, but his teammate as well, that hey, we're the gold medalists. We're here, and the set is not over.
And obviously a huge game here. Don't want to go down 5-1. That's almost impossible to try to dig your way out of. 5-1, 4-2, big difference.
It's real tough. And as you watch the serve from Stefan Houdet, look at the depth Girard creates with that acceleration on the forehand. Just impossible to reach.
And that forehand by Houdet made it almost impossible to return, as you saw the long shot.
What a get.
Yeah, I think they thought that was out. Now they're questioning the chair umpire, Pfeiffer and, or I should say Gerard and Fernandez.
And hard to tell from this angle, but as you watch this ball travel down the line, the ball's up. Fernandez is wearing, and he
Ooh.
almost pulls off it. He stops moving.
Yep,
So clearly he thought that
Yep.
ball was out.
he had made the call.
Uday Pfeiffer.
And Houday Pfeiffer now 4-2. So huge, huge
4 games to 2.
move on their part to get it to 4-2 now.
Very, very important, as we've talked throughout the day. Sometimes it's one shot that can excite and inspire a team to play great tennis. Sometimes it's one call that can bring a team down, and they have to be real careful right now, up 4-2, to maintain the tennis they're playing.
Don't think that's part of wheelchair tennis. What a
Well,
job, though.
That
Boy,
was tennis
Houday's-
volleyball, Gordon.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that that's legal.
2 bounces, but not 2 hits.
Watch Stefan Houday transition forward. He's just so strong.
Yeah, he has brought the power. He's kind of notched it up a little bit here. Oh, boy. Pfeiffer with a strong cross-court forehand winner.
And I don't know if we'll see that again, but if you watch Pfeiffer's wrist action on this shot, he just waits for the ball, flicks his wrist, and is strong enough to hit it past both players on the other side. Just a quick flip. And watch that ball go through.
15-30.
15-30.
For Houday and Pfeiffer, this is the time to move forward. This is the time to pressure Fernandez and Gerard. They're starting to miss. They're feeling the pressure. They can't let up.
Moving into the net, an error.
Gustavo Fernandez, being from Argentina,
30
plays a
all.
lot on the red clay. He will stay out here until tomorrow morning if that's what it takes to win this match. He is not going to miss. He is not going to give up on anything.
Left for serve.
Hmm.
40-30.
Gustavo Fernandez serving at 40-30 to win the game.
Deuce.
Double fault brings us right back
Deuce.
to deuce.
Right down the middle. Fernandez.
Gerard and Fernandez right now are playing incredible vertical tennis. You see that Gerard is up right now. He's attacked. He's going to reach out to hit an overhead. Now watch the short ball force them to switch. Fernandez comes up. Gerard goes back, and we call that a vertical switch. And he's able to stay on offense, hitting the ball right down the middle. That is perfect wheelchair doubles movement.
Oh, into the nets. And the game to Gerard and Fernandez, now up 5 games to 2. We'll do the switch. So Gustavo Fernandez, Joaquim Gerard, 1 game away from winning the first set.
And look how Gerard uses the slice as he's moving back towards the fence. He uses the slice, a change of spin, and that actually changed the bounce of the ball. And Stefan Houdet got caught between the first and that second bounce, trying to half volley it. So just very smart tennis from Gerard, not trying to do too much, changing the look. And really, Fernandez and Gerard are playing elite level tennis right now, and in control of this set, 5-2.
Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful, perfect time of the day here at Mission Viejo. Just noticing the shots and the sun's starting to go down. Good crowd, though, still on hand to watch this men's final, the UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters here in Mission Viejo. And they have been treated to a lot of tennis. It started at just after 10 o'clock this morning, and now it's almost approaching 5 o'clock. And this is the finale.
What a fantastic day of tennis, though. We've had two 3-set finals before this one, all of which were played at a great level. And we've had good crowds all day, and the people have really enjoyed some great wheelchair tennis. We see the seats filling up, both in front of us and then also behind us. So this is great to see for the doubles masters here in the city of Mission Viejo.
And Nico Pfeiffer to serve. Oh, overhand. Gerard.
A good switch by Fernandez and Gerard. Wow.
And he gets the cross-court winner.
It's a fantastic angle coming from Gustavo Fernandez. As he moves forward, he's in the court, hits a sharp angle.
Oh. Moan from the crowd.
Great point.
And Fernandez.
Well, and right now, Gerard and Fernandez are physically dominating this tennis. They're moving. You know, watch how they're attacking forward. Just not afraid of the Frenchman right now. Fernandez gets all the way around the ball to hit a forehand overhead, slices it right down the middle.
15-30.
Great tennis.
And 15-30 on the error.
All.
30 all now.
Really important for the momentum for Pfeiffer to hold his serve here and for Houdet to be able to transition and hit some offensive shots.
What a nice get by Fernandez. And Fernandez is fired up. He has taken over for that team.
Well, as a general rule in the sport, you do not drop shot Gustavo Fernandez. And then you see, as we talked about with Roy Emerson, the ability for wheelchair players to use touch, to drop that ball. And now we're looking at a set point for Fernandez and Gerard.
Set point on the break here. There it is. First set goes to Gerard and Fernandez. 6-2 over Stefan Houdet and Nico Pfeiffer.
And now in the set break, we are again honored to be joined by Mr. Brad Parks, widely known as the godfather of wheelchair tennis and the founder of Wheelchair Tennis. Brad, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Now, I have to imagine that being in this area, Mission Viejo, brings back a lot of memories because as you were starting the sport and trying to grow it, there was a lot of programming going on right here.
It definitely does. It brings back a lot of memories, and it's a real honor to have the best players in the world in the area that, you know, it all kind of got started. So it's pretty exciting for me.
Well, and just so people know, you are Paralympic gold medalist. You're in the International Tennis Hall of Fame. And for you to see where wheelchair tennis has come and the level it's being played at in the Grand Slams here at the Masters, what does that mean to you personally?
It just means the world to me. I'm so thrilled to see these guys play. I just can't get over how great they are, and to have them here, to have this event here, I'm just very happy and very proud.
Yeah, Brad, I mean, boy, I know you probably don't like to hear that Godfather, the name, but you sort of, in your situation, the accident you went through, you said, I'm going to do something, and you created this, and you went out and started playing this game. And now we talked about it in the earlier broadcast, too. The athletes are getting stronger and better. The equipment's getting so much better, and it just seems to grow more and more every year now.
Yes, it really does. I mean, I'm watching these guys out here, and I'm looking at. I'm really a fan of Gustavo. I just love the way he plays, and to see where the sport has grown and improved so much. I'm so thankful to the organizations, to the USTA, to the ITF, for all they've done to grow the game and to for these players. I just admire them so much.
15 all.
They're such great athletes, and they're such neat guys, and I'm enjoying getting to know some of them over the years, and love watching them play. I love watching the doubles.
Yeah, it really is an amazing level of tennis, and it's a lot more vertical movement, a lot more guys coming forward and being aggressive than when you played.
Yeah, there's just definitely more movement. I mean, we had a little bit of taste of this kind of stuff, but we just didn't have the speed in the chairs. We just didn't have the speed in chairs. I mean, their chairs were so different in those days, and the knowledge over the years that we've all developed as far as the sport, knowing how to play the game. It's just, I mean, we were just getting started. We really didn't know what we were doing at first. We were taking wheelchair basketball and converting that to tennis, and we were taking the sport of tennis, and we used different rules of tennis that people played by. You know, never turn your back to the ball. Obviously we didn't pivot or anything else, but we tried to mimic that sort of thing. And then we took things that people did in wheelchair basketball. We tried to use those things, and today it's got its own set of rules and things as far as what you do to get to a ball, and the whole mobility aspect of the game was developed through time, and you've been part of that as of Randy and Balmore, and they've created so many great things that and I see these guys doing it right here.
Boy, Fernandez and Gerard, they won that first game. They have just picked it up, and the intensity on that team's faces. Look at this final point here in the first game of the second set.
And once again, you see Gerard using the vertical court, the touch that we talked about that these players have provided. Brad, for me personally, and you were one of my mentors along with Randy and Bal and Marcia, in the era when you were starting the game, and the players of that era, they all coached as well. They not only coached other wheelchair tennis players, but they coached coaches like me.
Correct, yeah.
How important do you think that environment was to ensuring that the game grew?
Well, we were all so interested. Every player was so interested in developing the game. They loved this game so much. It was so new. It was so different, and they wanted to share their experiences. And they became the leaders. And they were going to meetings as far as developing the management of the sport. They were attending clinics. I mean, it was an honor. If you were a player, a top player, and you were invited to do a clinic somewhere or coach at a camp, that was considered an honor, and they wanted to do that. It's a little different today because they're just such serious professional athletes. So they're interested in improving their game, and so it's a little bit different. Sports changed, and for the better in many, many ways.
Yeah, Brad, how much are you still involved in trying to push and make improvements and just help the overall growth?
I mean, whenever I can help, I'm used. I'm on some committees, and I am involved. I'm become the last year or so, 2 years, I've been more involved in the Hall of Fame, and that's really a big part of it is. But I love attending USTA meetings and international meetings, and I've been talking to different people here about different issues that are going on. And I talk to Ellen from the ITF on a fairly regular basis, and we're very close. So I'm still kind of active, but I mean, not on an official capacity. I am an ambassador for the sport with the ITF. But yeah, I'm taking a back seat.
And as you see, Stefan Houdet trying to take this over big
Yeah.
serves, coming forward, big forehands, and we're back to 1-all. Brad, for me personally, I think you know my situation. This is my last event. I just wanted to thank you for all that you did, and you know, make sure that this legacy of phenomenal tennis in a professional tour is quite an honor, and it's quite an honor for us to have you in the booth.
Well, thank you. And
So
you
thanks
know,
very much.
it's an honor to be here with you, and I really appreciate all that you've done for our sport, and I know that you'll stay involved for many years to come. So.
Absolutely.
All righty. Thanks.
Brad, thank you
Thank
so
you, Brad.
much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
Good
the
job.
time. Oh, couldn't get the net crawl on that one.
Well, earlier today, I feel like every one of those went over.
Yeah.
And so far in this match, none of them have.
Yeah,
So don't
see
rely on
that.
that net. Look at how deep they're getting pushed back. Fernandez coming forward. Just can't get that tape to cooperate.
Nighttime air, not working for him. Oh, again, off the tape.
And this is where you start to see a little bit of a momentum change. A few more unforced errors from Fernandez and Gerard. Stefan Houdet is being a little more aggressive with his movement. And we can see an opening for the Frenchman right now.
Fifteen, 30.
Great having Brad Parks on. I'm sure it's one of those things when you go through what he went through, the ski accident, and you know, you can let yourself down when you go through something like that, but what he created and what it's become is unbelievable. Wheelchair tennis.
$30.
30 all. Oh, boy.
He got it. He got
wow.
it.
Oh. Oh. Gerard digs it out. What a phenomenal get.
30.
I mean the skill involved in this match. Look at this pickup. Just a flick of the wrist to do a drop volley from the backhand side, and Gerard actually got that. He got that before the third bounce. Incredible athleticism, incredible tennis.
Game.
And 2-1 lead for Houdet and Pfeiffer. They have really picked it up. The game has changed here. You mentioned Houdet earlier had really decided to take it on his shoulders.
Well, and he's the kind of player that can. He's the kind of player that can change the face of a match. You start to see a little more pressure. Fernandez trying to hit a perfect shot when he just needed to get it back. You know, they sense the play rising from Pfeiffer and Houdet, and Houdet started that, pumping up his partner Pfeiffer, and they have a small lead now in this second set.
Yeah, 2-1 in the second after Gerard and Fernandez won set 1, 6-2.
The thing that's real exciting right here is to see Fernandez and Gerard. They're sticking together. There is a small momentum change. Talking on the changeover, incredibly positive. Just fantastic teamwork right there.
Pfeiffer will serve up 2-1. Mistake.
15 love.
15 love to start.
And Fernandez and Girard are in the same position. They're attacking. You can see Joe Girard coming forward, right approach, up the line, and just making the mistake. And so they're still getting the opportunities, but they're making mistakes, inviting Pfeiffer and Houdet into this match.
Wow, there, that worked for Girard at the net. Quick winner.
30, 15.
This is a simply incredible tennis. Look at the pace with which they're hitting. A hard drive, coming forward, and pop the volley.
Boy, now we're seeing them pick it up again on this side. Girard and Fernandez
30 all.
had lost a little of that.
Well, and you see the energy in the push change. They're attacking the ball. They're not letting it come to them.
Out. 40, 30.
Game point for Pfeiffer and Houdet to go up 3-1 in the second set.
Oh, he got it. Oh, Pfeiffer.
And
What a shot.
As you hear in the background,
For the
Stefan
game.
Houdet is yelling, go, 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 go. And he got there.
Yeah.
A surprise to Fernandez and Girard. Look at the push that happens here. A surprise drop shot, and watch the wheels go. Watch Nico Pfeiffer fly forward into the court and just reach that ball. And Gustavo Fernandez gets caught out of position. What a push.
In between bounces, 3-1 now in the second. Houdet and Pfeiffer, the top seed back here.
Love 15.
The other transition we're starting to see is Nico Pfeiffer strike the ball a little bit stronger. He's got himself into this match. Stefan Houdet helped him, but he is a bigger presence in this match.
Yeah, good upper body strength, man. He can really put some power behind it.
What a get by Pfeiffer.
Back to that same spot. Girard out on the overhand.
Love 30.
Great defense from Nico Pfeiffer. Reaching and sticking balls as Fernandez hit him into the corner.
Oh, what a backhand there by Girard.
And if you're not sure how much these guys want this doubles championship, watch Joe Girard turn and pump his fist. An excellent approach, deep down the line. Pushing forward, sticking the volley. And there's the miss and the fist pump.
Yeah. They're down 3-1. He doesn't want to be broken on his serve here.
Just long on the backhand.
40.
Two break points for Houdet and Pfeiffer to go up 4-1.
Great get by Houdet. Just out.
30-40.
What a great point. A lot of defense. And the reality is for each of these guys, now that the play is getting better, the defense is going to become key. How many balls can I make that other side hit when I'm getting attacked? And there you see Joe hitting a great backhand volley that Houdet hit just long.
Just out.
Deuce.
So to deuce now. So they had a chance to break. Now it's deuce.
Fantastic fight from Gerard and Fernandez, and they didn't get tentative. The key to successful comebacks is playing your game.
Advantage. Gerard.
And now we have a switch and a game point for Gerard and Fernandez.
Gutsy hanging in there.
Deuce.
Back to deuce on the fault.
It's critical in that situation. Big point, chance to win the game. Have to get a first serve in. Have to get a first serve in so you don't have the pressure of the second serve.
Yeah.
There we see Joachim Gerard from Belgium. Wonderful service motion.
And he gets it right back.
Advantage. Gerard.
What a great weapon to have, knowing that at any time your first serve can just win you a point. And he's so physically strong, and his motion is perfect.
And another one.
Gerard.
He turns up the serving, and now it's 3-2. Gerard Fernandez creeping back in it.
3-2.
Time for a short break here as they head to the sidelines on the odd. They're up 6-2. They won that first set. Now it's a 3-2 Houdet Pfeiffer lead.
As we saw Gerard double fault, had a game point double faulted and came right back with 2 service winners. And to have a first serve that can win you free points, it just makes winning easier. It shortens the points. It just makes winning easier. Stefan Houdet has a serve that's just as powerful. And he's going to have to turn it up the rest of this set to ensure that they can send it to 3.
So big game coming up here. Halfway through this match, if it's to go 3 sets.
Houdet needs to put a lot of first serves in, put some pressure on Fernandez and Gerard, and make them turn defense into offense.
An error by Pfeiffer, hitting it wide.
About 15.
Fantastic communication from Fernandez and Gerard, talking about the switches, talking about where they are in terms of the ball, really moving well together to cover. What a stab.
Wow, what a point. Great point between these two talented doubles pairs. 15 all.
Well, and this is the best wheelchair tennis in the world right here. This is wheelchair doubles, men's doubles in the final here at the UNIQLO Doubles Masters. This is the kind of movement and long points that we look for. What a great product for these fans.
15-30.
Gordon, we're very happy to be joined right now by Martin Corey, the chairman of the International Tennis Federation Wheelchair Tennis Committee. I've heard rumblings that you may be involved with the LTA coming up.
I'm a little bit involved.
A little bit as the new president of the Lawn Tennis Association. And so what a great honor to have Martin Corey with us. Thank you for joining us, Martin.
It's my privilege, my pleasure. As you say, what a wonderful event this is.
Yeah, I mean, we talked earlier. We started at about 10 this morning, and every match all day long has been incredible. Quads, women's, and now into the men's final. It can't get much better than this.
It really doesn't. These guys are all masters of their sport and world-ranked players. And to have this at Mission Viejo is just phenomenal.
Well, and I think both players and coaches have all agreed that it's been a great product, but really a sign of things to come. And as the chairman of the International International Tennis Federation Wheelchair Committee, what's your vision for wheelchair tennis in the future, and what the possibilities are for wheelchair tennis?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question. We had a committee meeting while this tournament's been on here, so we've had people from Africa and Asia and South America and Europe, and part of our planning is to try and develop a strategy that lines up with the International Tennis Federation strategy that leads out to 2024, that will help build the game, increase the number of participants, and professionalize the tour even further than it is now. There's 150, 160 tournaments around the world at the moment in wheelchair tennis, which is a testament to the way in which the sport is developing. 650 ranked men, world-ranked men, and 160 ranked women. So the sport is growing, and events like this just help bring everything out and make everybody more aware of the skill that these people had. It was a wonderful story. I'll keep talking if you like.
Just please do.
No, it's
We'll watch
great.
some tennis and we love
Yeah,
this.
4-2 now. Houdet and Pfeiffer, they win that game, so now they're up 4-2 in the second.
Yeah, I was just talking to Roy Emerson down the road here, and we were just talking about, and he said, how do you get players into the game? And I said, well, this afternoon there's a little 3-year-old boy who came in a wheelchair, and his eyes just lit up when he saw these players, and that you can really grow in of our British. Well, I saw him. So it's how the sport grows.
Well, and as you watch the talent, I met Joe Girard when he was 10 or 11, as he comes across, and watch the incredible angle that Joe hits. He follows the ball in. Houdet hits a short ball, and great soft hands with the drop half volley. Martin, it's been incredible because the ITF really does some amazing things with juniors, with development, and then on the professional tour with World Team Cup, Paralympics, and you have the whole pathway. How important is it to the ITF to ensure a piece of that?
Come 1st of January 18, we'll see changes.
And it's what we've called in the business some growing pains. In the fact that we need to make some changes to add some more is really a sign of success. And I hope that everybody sees it that way, because looking at these players and looking at this tournament, this is successful. This is wonderful.
This is successful. This is a Masters event, and it's true to its name. These are masters of the sport.
Yeah, and they one and only in the United States, which makes it pretty special as well.
Yeah, what's really interesting is a lot of these people are going to be playing. One of these competitors is going to be playing in a couple of weeks' time in London in the singles masters, and that's an all-indoor event as opposed to outdoor, and that we get televised as well. We've got.
Hopefully they're now.
Was so high, right?
These guys are. Again about Roy, but I asked him. Did they ask you? And he said.
It does, and we are a really good player with a few slam titles. But we have been honored, and Martin, I thank you very much for stopping by, because we've had on during this match, Mr. Roy Emerson, Mr. Brad Parks, and now Mr. Martin. And the
Enjoy the rest of your stay.
Good work. Good work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Great to see you. Nice to meet you.
Bye now.
All right, well, 5-2 now. Houdet and Pfeiffer, who are trying to make this a 3-set championship, and they're certainly are on their way to doing that.
Well, they've really done a great job of transitioning. During the first set and a half, Fernandez and Girard spent their time inside the blue pressuring the Frenchman. And it was very clear that Stefan Houdet wanted that look to change. And as he started to transition forward, Nico Pfeiffer started to hit the ball much harder. And they're actually the offensive team now.
Yeah, they've changed it around. They're in control.
Oh, what a
And
get.
on a mission right now.
And that's a sign of a true champion. You're down, you're not playing your best, and they have turned it around here in the second set.
And Pfeiffer serving for Houdet. Pfeiffer for second set victory. Just a game away.
30 love.
And quickly 30 love.
And Joe Girard has run into a little bit of a string of unforced errors. And his chair is sitting. He's got to be ready to get a little bit more energy in his push, go to the ball, and clean up his play just a little bit. Just like that.
There, he came up with some authority. That'll get you feeling good pretty quick in a shot like that.
You're not one of the top players in the world because you can't adjust. And what Joe just did with his movement, his offensive play, that is who Joe Girard is. And what a great overhead smash right down the middle.
Oh, they're fired up now as Fernandez buries that one in the corner.
And Fernandez is a fighter. He is just physically a fighter. He'll go for every ball. And you see him starting to make the transition forward as well, trying to take offense to the Frenchman.
Oh.
Great hands by Pfeiffer. Oof. Into the fence, he got it.
Oh.
2 left courts. He's there for that one.
Get into the fence. Oh, what a point. What a point. Sending each other into the fence. Houdet just ran out of room over there.
For those of you who are doing the math, that is 2 left courts, 2 players running into fences, about 100 balls in play. What an incredible point. What incredible tennis. Look at the athleticism of each of these players to chase these balls down.
There's one into the fence.
And this last shot pulling Stefan all the way into the fence, just out of reach.
Back
As we're
to
back
action.
live.
What a dig. Pfeiffer.
Deuce.
And here we are at deuce now.
And there's Pfeiffer. There's the talent. Absolutely magic hands. Able to take a low ball and just barely drop it inside out for a drop volley. Just great tennis. Great shot making.
what a drop shot there. Houdet fist pump.
Advantage Piper.
And here we have our first set point as you watch Stefan Houdet push forward and just soft hands off the low slice from Gerard to put it away with a drop volley.
Into the net. That's it. The set goes to Houdet and Pfeiffer. It's 6-2 now in the second. Wow. So now it's tied at 1 set each. We're going to go to the third and final set.
Well, it seems appropriate today, Gordon, because every final has gone 3 sets. And when you have the best players in the world playing against each other, this is how the tennis is meant to be. Evenly matched, 3 sets. I'm excited for a third set.
Now it's the way the day's gone and the way it should end in dramatic fashion. And I can imagine this third set is going to be just as high energy and just as tough as the first 2 have been, even though they look a little lopsided. Look at the scores, 6-2 and.
Well, it's 6-2 and then 2-6. So for either way, one of the teams lost 6-2, and yet the points were incredible in both sets. The difference is minute right now between these 2 teams. The team that is on offense and dictating play is ahead 6-2 after incredible points. It's not lopsided, but one team is always more aggressive than the other. And all 4 of these men have to sit down and have a chat with each other and say, hey, it's our turn to be on offense. It's our turn to dictate play. Let's close this third set out.
And it looks like these teams are ready. They're not going to take much of a long break at all. No bathroom breaks necessary between second and third as Pfeiffer and Houdet are back behind the baseline, and Gerard and Fernandez heading out as well. They want to keep this momentum going.
Well, and as the night moves on, the temperature is cooling off a little bit. Players want to stay warm, but Houdet and Pfeiffer have some momentum right now. It's won the second set 6-2. You know, Gerard and Fernandez are still confident. They know they can win, and so there's no reason to pause. There's no reason to slow this down. Let's start the third set.
And here we go, serving the third and final set to begin. Joe Gerard. And double fault to begin. Talked about some of the trouble he's had, but then he seems to snap out of it, and he'll now serve up 2 aces. That's the way he's been this afternoon.
It seems to be his serving pattern, that he has some loose serves, some loose points, and yet when it counts, he hits the big serve.
Oh, Pfeiffer coming to the net. Shuts it down.
And there's the wild card. Nico Pfeiffer can take over a match with his talent, and look how physically intimidating he is coming forward. Large forehand volley cross court. After a great cross court battle with Gustavo Fernandez, Nico Pfeiffer finishes the point, and he looks focused.
Oh, boy. Tough one. High up in the air, you get that big bounce. Again, you just want to overhand smash that.
Well, and it's far more difficult for a player in a chair because there's no lateral movement. You can't take an adjustment step. And so as that ball's coming down, wherever you are, that's where you're hitting it from. $15.40
now.
What a confidence builder for Houdet and Pfeiffer if they can break the serve of Gerard on this first game of the third set. Best server in the world, and up with 2 break points.
Oh, boy. Into the fence. Houdet, Pfeiffer up. 1-0 in the third and final set.
What a fantastic inside-out topspin backhand from Nico Pfeiffer, just skimming right by that double sideline. No chance for Gerard. And a great sign for Houdet and Pfeiffer to see Nico Pfeiffer coming forward into the court to strike balls. And if he becomes offensive as well, Gerard and Fernandez might be in some trouble.
They switch sides. Houdet to serve. UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Men's Championship. Gordon Spencer, Dan James. Live from Mission Viejo. Let on the first serve. And this is the third and final set to decide the men's championship.
Two incredibly deep shots from Houdet. The serve just barely off the back line and followed up by a deep forehand. A lot of pressure coming from the Houdet racket.
And 30 love quickly. Houdet and Pfeiffer.
Second serve.
Second serve once again for Houdet.
Into the corner, no return. 40 love now.
And the set is starting to slip away quickly from Gerard and Fernandez. They need to find a way to put a little more pressure on Nico Pfeiffer, get into the court, and start taking over this match.
And just like that, boy, how tough is that to go down just like that? Houdet wins the serve. They're up 2-0 in the third here.
Well, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Fernandez and Gerard. In the first set, beginning of the second set, it was the other way around. And we've seen a total switch of who's on offense during this match.
Gustavo Fernandez serving. A fence rattler again.
Nico Pfeiffer is amazing. His ability to create angles, to use the entire width of the court. He's driving Gerard and Fernandez into fences on a regular basis. Loose point from Houdet. Brings us to 15-all with Fernandez serving, down 0-2 in the third set. What a return from Stefan Houdet.
Cross court.
And Stefan Houdet is the closest player to our booth, and that was not a soft serve. And to see the acceleration, to keep that ball inside out cross court, what a fantastic tennis shot. That ball just long.
40-30.
And you can see the strategy of Fernandez and Gerard right now. They've really adjusted to focus on hitting the ball to Nico Pfeiffer. Get Joe Girard into the net and make it a match between Gustavo Fernandez and Nico Pfeiffer.
Game.
And the game goes to Girard and Fernandez. So they get one back here in the third set. It's 2-1 now.
2-1. Final set.
Well, they needed to stop that snowball because the snowball was growing here in the third set. And to do that, they've changed their strategy a little bit and creating a different look where no one can transition forward.
And you see the build and the upper bodies, and watching those guys serve. I mean, they're popping those chairs up in the air almost on that power they get out of those serves. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable as the crowd enjoys this evening.
Just a real brief entertaining story is you see the heaters that appear to have a live flame in them. The first year we brought those out, the neighbors actually called 911 and sent the fire trucks to us. So we had a bit of a halt in play.
Oh,
so if anybody's watching, these are actually heaters, and we don't have a problem here at the Marguerite Tennis
neighbors
Pavilion.
across up on the hill think the facility is on fire, but the only fire that we've seen is on the court between all these players today. Unbelievable.
Love 15.
And that's the kind of tennis that Joe Girard has to play. Strike early and play offense. And that is him. That's who he is as a player. Great tennis.
And the ace by Pfeiffer.
15-all.
15-15.
And that's very good serving from Pfeiffer, keeping that ball in the back quadrant of the service box, not giving Girard or Fernandez a chance to get ahead of that ball. Pfeiffer today up 40-15.
After being down, love 15.
What a serve from Pfeiffer.
Boy, that's what they needed, right? Come back, go up 3-1 now.
And it looked like the momentum was shifting, and so holding that service game for Pfeiffer was very, very important. The difference in this set right now, that first game where they broke Joe Girard, the best server in the world, and it's interesting, he's up again. This is a critical game for Fernandez and Girard to play offense, to take advantage of weak returns off of Joe Girard's serve.
Love.
You see Gustavo Fernandez, as he always does, grinding through this third set, not missing, fighting for every ball.
15-all.
And you can literally hear the mounting frustration of Joe Girard. He's made some mistakes. The chair movement has almost stopped, and he's waiting for that ball to come back to him. He's at his best when he's rolling forward, and there'll be a reduction of those unforced errors. He's got to go.
Uday into the nets. 30-15 now.
I don't think Stefan Houdet will be too disappointed with that miss. That's exactly where he needs to be. He needs to be coming forward and attacking that ball. Too bad he missed, but if he's in that spot, I'll take that for a winning match.
Let second serve.
Incredible slice from Pfeiffer.
Oh.
There you see Gustavo Fernandez doing a small dance to avoid being hit by that ball, because if the ball hits him, the other team would have got the point. The chair is part of his body. But much better movement from Fernandez and Gerard at that point. You see a fight all the way into the corner. Houdet coming forward and just missing the swinging forehand volley.
Game.
What a second serve to win the game.
Gerard and Fernandez now. It's a 3-2.
Final set.
So this is not going to end like we saw those first two, 6-2 and 2-6. Now we're at 3-2.
Well, and I think that for Joe Girard, who started to get frustrated on that changeover, started to feel like he was making a few unforced errors, holding serve in the way he did should help. It should really put him in a much better mindset to make a few more balls. For Houdet and Pfeiffer, they're up. You know, they should be extremely confident going into the rest of this third set, and I expect a real battle for the rest of this set.
Nice evening now. It's cooled off considerably, but perfect temperature still for.
This is the fourth year at this facility, and this is the warmest evenings we've ever had. So I'm absolutely loving it. And a quick commentary as you see the players come out and the ball kids run out. The ball kids in this tournament from the Marguerite Tennis Pavilion junior tennis programs have done an outstanding job, and their maturity and professionalism has to be marked. I'm sure their parents and the whole group here at the City Mission Viejo are proud.
Absolutely. They've been all over everything. Grabbing the balls. Oh.
15 love.
And once again, Nico Pfeiffer sending a player into the fence with his ability to create out of nowhere amazing angles. Look at this slice from Joe Girard staying down low, and he's just going to flick it cross court, and that bounce goes right into the fence. Girard coming in.
What a backhand. He sends Houdet into the fence. He gets that one.
He's there.
Oh, Pfeiffer.
He's got that one.
Another return.
Just low.
Oh, wow. What a point. Incredible gets. Look at this. Houdet into the fence.
How Pfeiffer got that ball, I just don't know. What incredible speed. Just low.
That was so close. Pfeiffer Had to look at that fence. He was coming in hot.
And he was there. And what you're finding with all the touch, and earlier with Roy Emerson, and we were talking about the drop volleys, how effective they are. The drop shots haven't been effective at all. The players are getting to them. They have too much time to react.
30 all.
30 all.
Fernandez and Girard coming back in this game. Very uncharacteristic double fault from Stefan Uday. Normally one of the more consistent servers on the men's tour. Giving Fernandez and Girard a break point for 3-all.
And the game goes to Fernandez and Girard. It's now 3-3 in the third set.
And what a comeback in this game. Down 3-2, a quick lead from Uday and Pfeiffer, and Fernandez and Girard coming back. You see the acceleration that Fernandez creates on that backhand. Great shot down the middle.
Wow, he took advantage. Girard, backhand, cross-court winner.
Perfect offensive movement. And in the definition of how Joe Girard should play tennis. That was beautiful. You see him coming forward. Nico Pfeiffer hits his half volley short. Girard attacks and angles the ball away for a winner.
Oh, boy, Pfeiffer was there. What a shot by Fernandez. And that was a great get. I mean, he was full steam heading toward that fence and able to get the winner.
Much like in the second set when Stefan Uday took over, Gustavo Fernandez is sending a little message right now as well. He's excited. He's screaming, come on.
$30-15.
30-15 now.
$40-15.
40-15. So Girard and Fernandez trying to go up 4-3.
Just a slight rush from Girard. And you're seeing Pfeiffer and Girard. It's really a battle of which of the two of them is making unforced errors. Because the tennis is outstanding. So eventually someone's going to make a mistake. And the team that's winning is really based on who's not giving the unforced error on these teams.
Oh, boy. Girard. Big smile. Knew he had that. Hits it out. It's deuce now.
Great point for
what
all
a
the
comeback
players.
for Uday and Pfeiffer.
And that first get by Nico Pfeiffer right there was, as he reached out, changed his grip, is really what won the point for Pfeiffer and Uday. Outstanding stab.
Oh, into the net.
Incredibly smart tennis from Nico Pfeiffer. You saw Joe Girard was utilizing reverse mobility, going back towards that fence and hit it right at him. Really difficult to handle for Girard. Break point.
Shot down the middle. And the game to Houdet and Pfeiffer, taking a 4-3 lead in the third and final set.
And Girard knew it. Girard knew it as soon as he hit it, because as he touched this ball, as it was coming forward, he yelled, "Watch out." And he knew that he was putting his partner in a tough position. You see the ball floating, watch out, and he just can't get there. Important game for Houdet and Pfeiffer as they had lost a little bit of the momentum. Gustavo Fernandez taking over the match, getting pushed back a little bit by Fernandez and Girard. Houdet and Pfeiffer coming right back and playing some offensive tennis of their own. Up 4-3. Could win the championship on this changeover.
So the battle back and forth. The UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Men's Championship live streaming from Mission Viejo, California. Players back on the court. Stefan Houdet and Nico Pfeiffer, the #1 doubles team from France. And Joe Girard from Belgium and Gustavo Fernandez from Argentina. In this third and final set, Houdet and Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer serving, up 4-3.
Oh. There you see the incredible acceleration from Nico Pfeiffer. Just a forehand slap, too low for Joe Girard to handle. Girard comes in, fast volley, and here's where Nico Pfeiffer just winds up on that forehand slap. Too low on Girard, too fast.
Ooh. There's a good shot. Winner.
15-all.
Wonderful recognition from Joe Girard to see the opening in the court. As you see the split between Houdet and Pfeiffer, Girard recognizes it and goes right over Houdet for the winner.
Oh, he leaned back in the chair. What a shot. Oh, boy. Fernandez, what a great shot.
I am absolutely amazed as I watch this match at the speed of these guys covering the angles in the doubles court. Fernandez right on the sideline fence. Pfeiffer going right to the sideline fence. Incredible movement by all four players.
Oh, out of the reach of Houdet.
30-all.
30-all now.
Gustavo Fernandez, more than any other player, will look the same on every ball he hits. He's in position. He's going to accelerate. There you see a deep forehand down the line. I have yet to see a tennis player who works harder than Gustavo Fernandez to get in those positions and hit that ball as hard as he does.
Mm. 30-40.
30-40 now.
have a break point right now for Fernandez and Gerard to bring it back to 4 games all in this third set.
Look at that shot, the return, the game.
And there's Gustavo Fernandez, the strength, the balance, the ability to reach out. And this is not a bad serve. This is a good serve out wide. But Fernandez just reaches and flicks that wrist down the line. And
What a
then the
return.
celebration. You can hear him across the stadium yelling, "Come on, vamos." You think he wants this one?
They get the break, and it's 4-4 now.
And back to Joe Girard's serve. Started this set with a break by Pfeiffer and Houdet.
Now they're got some fire back over there. Girard.
And you start to hear the crowd getting into this a little bit, this infectious yelling and come-ons, getting into the crowd now too. Very exciting.
Yeah, a lot of folks standing around now. Hard to sit for this one. And an error, 30 love.
And that is the second or third time that Pfeiffer has transitioned into the net only to hit a volley wide. He's in the right position. He's doing the right thing. Just needs to change that target a little bit.
Left for serve. Left for serve.
Second let in a row. First serve for Girard. Double fault from Girard.
We see him battle that double fault, but then he comes back with a serve like that. And the winner.
It's such a physical advantage to have a big serve because you're guaranteed to have that second ball come up short. You're on offense right away. You can see how heavy that ball is. Houdet just able to lift it up. Girard pushes forward on offense from the first ball.
And back to a double fault. 40-30 now.
And Girard's serve is big enough at this point. He's got to be thinking, just get that first one in. Even if I have to take some pace off, hit a little more spin, force Houdet to hit a return, force Houdet to create an offensive position off a tough serve. Smart.
Ooh.
Deuce.
And now deuce. So I've seen errors from Fernandez and Girard, allowing Houdet and Pfeiffer to stay in it. They were to close him out pretty quick and go up 5-4, but now it's deuce. Oh, that goes wide again. Another error.
And Girard has been struggling with the ball over his head this evening. We've seen several unforced errors on offensive opportunities from in the air overhead or a bounce overhead.
This is just what Houdet, Pfeiffer wanted to try to break Girard.
Ball short.
And he gets to it. And the wrist flick, not enough. Uday can't get it over.
What a fantastic
Wow.
hold by Joe Girard. Joe Girard held it, waiting for Stefan Houdet to commit. Was Girard going to drop shot? Was going to hit it back deep? Houdet didn't know. Once Houdet committed, Girard hit the ball. That's great tennis coming from Joe Girard on an offensive transition.
Back to deuce. And the ace. Oh, Pfeiffer didn't like it. Hands in the air.
Looking for a call.
Advantage Girard.
Game point, Girard and Fernandez. You see on your screen, fantastic serve. Pushing away.
Left for serve.
Oh, double fault. Oh, no, sorry, second serve coming up. He's had a hard time with that
Great second
serve that time. It worked.
What depth by Gustavo Fernandez. Good hands.
Back to that spot. Houdet. Houdet running the court.
Slight miss hit by Houdet.
Oh, boy, that is some championship tennis, though, that we're seeing between these two pairs.
Deuce.
Back to deuce.
Gordon, this point is exactly why I became a servant volleyer. There were so many balls in play. Such great stroke production from all four players.
Just not enough. Piper couldn't get it. Advantage Gerard Fernandez.
And that's
in this
coming
critical.
That's coming right off a great serve from Joe Girard. Offensive opportunity for Gustavo Fernandez. And it's a 1-2 punch while he's serving. It should be that simple.
Critical 4-4 tie here in the third. This game, huge. Houdet. Houdet again. Long.
Deuce.
And back to deuce. Boy, Houdet has just been everywhere in these last couple points.
Well, in the defense, recognize normally an offensive player playing the defense just to fight and stay in this game. Fantastic from Stefan Houdet.
Oh, that's sailing long. Pfeiffer advantage. Back to
Advantage
Fernandez, Gerard.
And there's an emotional effect in winning this 4-all game. This has been a long game. The points have been long. The drama is growing. The emotional uplift of winning this game is going to affect either team.
No one wanting to give in. Second serve for Gerard. Oh, boy. An error. We haven't seen that in a while. Gerard back to deuce.
And Joe Girard just getting caught sitting, not moving out of the serve. Common error for a wheelchair tennis player.
Oof. Boy, I think Pfeiffer had originally wanted to take that ball.
Gerard.
As a tennis player, you see the ball and you immediately think you can get it. And then there's that split second of recognition. Pfeiffer is actually up closer, but he's way off the court. Gerard hits a drop shot to the opposite side. Neither player quite sure who's going.
That had some spin on it. It just died. Oh, that spot. Houdet, backhand, short court winner.
And there's nothing Houdet likes better than crossing across the court on the backhand side. You see him on the deuce side of the court, cross over to the ad side with a backhand volley, sharp angle. I've spent a career watching Houdet do that to American players. He's professional at that.
Back to deuce. Long. Back to advantage, Fernandez, Gerard.
And as this marathon 4-all game continues, Pfeiffer's starting to throw in a few unforced errors, and I think Gustavo Fernandez especially is recognizing that, trying to pinpoint him back there behind the baseline. There it is.
Wow, Houdet trying to come over the top. Fernandez and Gerard able to fight it off, up 5-4 in the third set. One game away from a championship.
And easily the longest game we've seen tonight. And at the most important time in the match, 4-all in the third set. A real emotional uplift for Fernandez and Gerard. But they're playing against the gold medalists from Rio. They're no stranger to pressure. And I expect that Houdet will once again, as he did earlier in the second set, try to come out and take over the match. Try to dictate what's happening and put Gustavo Fernandez and Joe Girard out of their position, out of what they're trying to do.
Here we go, Fernandez and Gerard taking their spots. On their side, Houdet and Pfeiffer on their way out. Time is called back in. And Stefan Houdet will serve to stay in it. Down 5-4.
What a reach.
What a get.
Incredible.
And out. Oh, Houdet. What a grab there.
And if we're going to get a second
by
look at this, you'll see Fernandez' wheel coming off the ground as he's reaching. Absolute incredible reaches to get that ball. Solid volley. A reach from Gerard right there. And here you're going to see the wheels come off. A reach from Fernandez.
Pfeiffer gets a racket on it. The put away by Fernandez. They are fired up. Fernandez and Gerard.
Love 30.
Love 30.
And look at the awkward position Gustavo Fernandez turns his body into to hit a forehand overhead. His body's going one way, he's hitting the other.
No, nothing you can do with that shot. Houdet finally gets one to drop. deep court.
15-30.
15-30 now.
Not willing to go away, willing to fight for every point. The French team, the gold medalists from Rio, not giving up.
Trying to avoid the upset. And an error. 30 all.
30 all.
Good heavy serve to the backhand of Gustavo Fernandez from Stefan Uday brings us to 30 all.
And Pfeiffer puts it away with some power. They're up 40-30 now.
And Nico Pfeiffer has long arms. You start to look at him, and he's too close to the net. You don't think that he should be that close. You try to lob him, and as you watch on screen, this is what he does.
Well, why not?
Today, Pfeiffer,
We go 5-5 now in the third.
5
That
games all,
changed
final
quickly from love 30 to a game winner, Uday and Pfeiffer, to tie it at 5.
Well, in the sign of a champion. They're down. They're down, and they're serving for their life in this match. They get down love 30. What do? They play their best tennis right at that moment.
15 love.
Great serve from Gustavo Fernandez. As you slowly watch Gustavo Fernandez raise his level,
30 love.
desperately trying to hold his serve.
Up
Pushing
30
forward.
love.
Swinging so hard on that forehand down the line.
30-15.
Sign of a great teammate, a couple unforced errors from Gerard. Fernandez slaps his hand and says, let's go.
Forty 15.
40-15.
Miss hit in. Second miss hit in.
It's working out, those miss hits. Uday with the power down the middle.
And you see a quick raise of the racket to apologize for 2 consecutive
40,
miss hits
30.
that provided that opportunity. But coming forward and smashing that forehand down the middle, that was no mistake. That's just great tennis from Stefan Uday. Oh, there's going to be a complaint about that one.
There was no call.
The umpire saying that it caught the line. Gustavo Fernandez is going to have to try to find a way to compose himself. Clearly upset about the call. Should take just a moment to breathe it out. Not rush at this point and concentrate and be able to hit a first serve in right here.
Advantage. Uday. Code violation, out of obscenity, warning, Mr. Fernandez.
Fernandez not happy at all with the chair umpire. He gave him a warning. An advantage now of Houdet and Pfeiffer.
The call was for audible obscenity. I do not speak Spanish, so I don't know what he said. I certainly hope the umpire does to make that call.
He made a comment that, oh, you caught that. You didn't catch the ball out.
Game.
Fernandez not happy at all.
Gus-
Okay. Pfeiffer.
Gustavo Fernandez has lost his composure at this point out of a bad call and ended up losing the
Yeah.
game. And the bad call was game point for Fernandez and Gerard.
And they're still talking, chattering. Still not happy at all. We'll see what Fernandez does in this break here. Now they're down 6-5. Still very upset.
Threw a water bottle into the fence, spraying some of the crowd. Normally it's nice and warm in Southern California, but probably not the night for that. This is a moment where right now, instead of throwing things, he's got to figure out how he's going to compose himself. They're now down 6-5 in the third set. Clearly upset with the call, and maybe understandably so. But at this point in the match, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, something that you really have to let go this late in the match. Early on, you might be able to play through it, but not now. 6-5, they trail. And they've got a big hole to climb out of here, down 6-5.
Time.
Well, and for Houdet and Pfeiffer, they know they have one upset player over there.
Yep.
And it's the player who's taken over the match. And so they need to make him prove that he's gained his composure.
And Pfeiffer will serve for the match.
What a shot by
Wow.
Nico Pfeiffer.
15 love.
Pfeiffer cross-court forehand winner. Up 15 love.
Called long.
15 all.
15 all now.
And after the outburst from Fernandez, the crowd is hushed a little bit, waiting to see what happens here. And it looks like they've calmed down, they're composed, and back to playing their style of tennis.
Thirty, 15.
Incredible get by Stefan Houdet.
Forty,
40-15.
Double championship point. And the defending gold medalists from the Rio Paralympics now have 2 match points. Doubles Masters championship points here at the 2016 UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters.
And they fight it off. Fight off the championship point.
40, 30.
40-30 now.
Powerful forehand by Gustavo Fernandez right between the two players. Miscommunication.
And they bring it to deuce. So they're not giving up.
Deuce.
Fernandez, Gerard.
Said it from the very beginning. Gustavo Fernandez is here to fight. Maybe it's with the umpire, maybe it's on the tennis court for the win, but he is going to stay in this match no matter what. You're going to have to beat this kid.
Oh, what a shot by Houdet. Advantage now. Houdet and Pfeiffer again for match point.
And this is match point number 3 for Houdet and Pfeiffer.
Wait, please. Thank you.
And there it is.
And there it is, the championship. Pfeiffer, Houdet, the team from France, wins 7-5 in the third and celebrate beating Fernandez and Gerard. So the top seed, the Rio gold medalists, come here to Mission Viejo and win a championship as they salute the crowd here. And we'll get ready for the championship award medal ceremony. We'll be back with that in just a moment.
That's mine. Yeah. No, you can cry. Just want to take out a corn. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stick around for the award ceremony and a brief conversation with your champions. Again, the ceremony is forthcoming. We'd love to have you stay and recognize these incredible players. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do a brief interview with your champions, Stefan Uday and UNIQLO Pfeiffer. Nico promised to do this interview in English, but I think we'll let Stefan start. Stefan, what an amazing year for the two of you. You start with Rio, a gold medal at the Paralympics, and now when it comes to doubles, the two of you have the Doubles Masters Championship. Tell us about the journey this year has been.
Well, the journey started in Australia. We were 5 love down and 1540 against Gordon and Chingo, and we came back and we won 7-5. So it seems that our season was about to come back. So it's also the way we ended the season, and we're very happy despite kind of a bad end. And one day we will have the challenges on court. So.
Well, thank you very much. And Nico, and Stefan can interpret, it's okay. What's it been like to come to Mission Viejo, the city of Mission Viejo, play outside in November and win a championship?
I'm very happy, and thanks to Stefan, I'm very happy to come to here and eat the crepe. And it's a very nice tournament, and the sun is very beautiful.
That's absolutely perfect. Now, guys, so
it's full of French.
Right.
It's full of French.
He's just referring to the crepe maker back there. I'm not sure that means full of French. I'm not sure. Ryan, I see you celebrating back there. Let's just settle down. Gentlemen, a sincere congratulations. Stefan, one last question. You've just won the Doubles Masters. What's the next event for you? What comes next in 2017?
Well, let's play the Single Masters first in November in like 2 weeks. And then we're going to go back to Australia to play Sydney and the Australian Open in Melbourne.
That's right, gentlemen. Congratulations. Best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the award ceremony. Congratulations, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, just before the final ceremony, the ITF would like to recognize the huge contribution from the city of Mission Viejo in holding the tournament not only this year, but over the last 4 years. The ITF would like to invite the Mayor, Frank Urey, and Mayor Pro Tem, Wendy Bucknam, to accept a token of their appreciation from the Chairman of the ITF Wheelchair Tennis Committee, Mr. Martin Corey. Once again, to the city of Mission Viejo, thank you very much, and the ITF for recognizing them for this amazing contribution. And now, the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now get started with the prize-giving ceremony for the UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Men's Final. Please welcome on court our officials and amazing professional ball children. And we travel all over the world and see all kinds of different ball people. The doubles masters in the city of Mission Viejo, they have the best ball kids in the world. May I now introduce on court our special guests who will be presenting our finalists with their just rewards. Here with us today, we have Frank Uri, Mayor of the City of Mission Viejo. This is appropriate to clap. Mr. Martin Corey, Chairman of the International Tennis Federation Wheelchair Tennis Committee. Mr. Brad Parks, founder of Wheelchair Tennis. And a true honor to introduce Mr. Roy Emerson, who won 12 Grand Slam singles titles and 16 doubles finals. Both Brad and Mr. Emerson are in the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roy Emerson. And now for the players. Please put your hands together for our runners-up, Gustavo Fernandez and Joaquim Gerard. And finally, please welcome back on court our very own 2016 UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters champions, Stefan Uday and Nico Pfeiffer. For the runners-up, Mr. Frank Uri will now present Gustavo and Joaquim with their prize money check. Mr. Martin Corey of the ITF also has a small token for our runners-up. Now on to our winning doubles team. Mr. Roy Emerson will present Stefan and Nico with the UNIQLO Wheelchair Doubles Masters Perpetual Trophy. Mr. Frank Urey will now present our players with their prize money check. Mr. Brad Parks has the individual trophies which our winners can keep and cherish. And lastly, Mr. Martin Corey will give the winning doubles team some flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for our 2016 finalists and our reigning champions, Stefan Uday and Nico Pfeiffer. And one last round of applause for the City of Mission Viejo for putting on an amazing event, the ITF UNIQLO USTA. The Doubles Masters is a special time this time of year. It's a tradition. Congratulations to everybody involved. Good night.